Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. If you are watching this, this is my first ever makeup tutorial video, and I've been really excited all week to do this for you. I'm gonna preface this by saying two things. Number one, this is an iPad camera. So this is not the best quality video. I am sitting in my bathroom using the toilet as my desk. Not great lighting. It's kind of rainy out today, so I'm using the window in our bathroom. I think it's working pretty okay, but this is probably not going to be the best looking video that you've ever seen because it's my first one. And if you guys like these and you want to see more of things like this, I will definitely do them, and we can kind of go down that route when we get to that point. But for now, this is just what it is. So this is my bathroom, dining room chair, toilet full of makeup products. So we have been talking for a couple days, maybe a couple weeks, about this L'Oreal Infallible up to 24-hour fresh wear foundation that I have really been loving a lot. I don't know if you guys have gotten it yet and have tried it and liked it. The second preface that I was going to start with this was by saying that everybody's skin type is completely different. So this may work really great for me and what my skin type is, and you might have the same exact kind of skin type and it just doesn't work for you. It is all about the products that you use with it. So your primer, your moisturizer, how you take your makeup off at night, and what you use at night before you go to sleep to take care of your skin. All of these things have a lot to do with how makeup is going to, number one, sit on your face and work with your face and your natural oils. But I have been really liking this. A lot of people that I follow on YouTube really like this. So I don't know. I would just say give it a try. It's like $11 at Target. So it's not a splurge. It's drugstore. Most of the stuff that I'm using is pretty cheap drugstore stuff. Some things I've gotten in a package from Influencer, if you've ever heard of that, where you can test products and write reviews about it. So the Lancome stuff that I'm going to be using is from there. Everything that I'm using I have linked in a blog post, so you'll be able to watch this video on there. You'll also be able to watch it on Instagram TV. I think the one that is going to go on YouTube and my blog will probably be a little longer because Instagram you can only do 15 minutes, and here we are 2.5 minutes in and I have not even started yet. So let's start. I'm just going to quickly put my hair half up. The first thing that we are going to start with today is my moisturizer, and this is from a brand called Soap & Glory, and again you can get it at Target. I think this was like $13. It's for daily youth, 365 day moisturizer. I've been really liking it. You really don't need a lot at all. It smells like peaches. It's really, really nice. I use about this much, rub it in between my fingers, kind of rub it everywhere. And I'm really focusing on my nose, my chin, my upper lip, and my forehead. And especially in between my eyebrows, which, again, ignore them. I promise I'm getting them done. I just haven't had time. So I'm just rubbing this in. It's a really lightweight formula, so you really don't feel it. So that's that. And then same brand, Soap & Glory. This is their One Heck of a Blot Primer. And basically what this is, shine blocking 24-hour matte spheres and pore shrink technology. Now you're probably not gonna be able to see this, but I have larger pores here and on top of my nose. And those are kind of what highlight and liquid foundation, like the one we're using, likes to stick into. So I've been using about a pea-sized amount, rubbing that in between my two middle fingers and just putting this really in those problem areas. So I'm dabbing here, just right in like my T-zone. And we're just gonna move that around, make sure, and then I just kind of drag any extra across my face. But my problem areas are my cheek, my nose, and my forehead. And my nose just won't hold makeup because for some reason I'll have a dry nose all day, and then literally the second that I put makeup on, it wants to run. So I'm constantly wiping it. I have been applying this foundation with a dry beauty blender the past couple of days, and I really, really like the way that it comes out. But I had to kind of try to wash my beauty blender today, and it just is still not super clean because I put powder on it too. So it's wet today. So I'm using a wet beauty blender. I buy this from L'Oreal, either L'Oreal or Maybelline. And it's just their pink beauty blender. And I'm just going to buy a new one probably today. But yeah, so I've got that. And I'm also going to put a little bit of this Glotion that I don't know if I've talked about it with you yet, but I've written it in the blog. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion. Oh, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. In the color Light Glow. And basically this is just going to give it, since that foundation isn't matte and it's not dewy, it's just kind of like a normal skin. So I'm just taking about that much and I'm going to rub this all over my face and kind of use this underneath to keep my skin kind of looking just fresh and not super dry, because we are going to be setting with a powder. So now that that's done, we're just going to go ahead and go right into the makeup. So what I do, this is again the infallible L'Oreal up to 24-hour fresh wear foundation. I have it in the color 405, I think porcelain. Yeah, 405 porcelain. It's lightning and thundering out, so if you hear thunder, I'm sorry. It's a pump, and I really like that. I really like pump foundations. So I'm just shaking it really well. I put about 2.5 squeezes on the top of my hand, and this is how I apply it. Is I just take it all over my face, and there will be extra on my hand, which is what I want because I also do my neck too. Another thing, I am no makeup artist. If you couldn't tell already, I have learned what I learned from YouTubers, from watching other people, from getting my makeup done. I'm no expert. I never ask questions, so I really have no idea how to do stuff, I guess. So this is not a professional makeup video. This is some girl sitting in her bathroom showing you how I wear my makeup. This is how I do it. So if you do it differently, do it your way. This is just how I do it. Anyway, so there's still a little bit left. I carry it down my neck. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And now I'm gonna go ahead and blend it all around my face. I'm gonna grab my mirror really quick just so I can see 100% that I'm doing this right. But I'm just gonna go ahead and blend up and around, making sure I'm getting in every area on my ear and my chin. And I like to bring it up into my hairline too, just because sometimes foundation colors oxidize or look weird, or just to make sure that everything looks even. Okay, so I'm gonna just take a little bit of the extra that I have on my hand here and dab it into my beauty blender and just put that right at my cheek and my nose, because that's where I have the most issues, I guess, and I want the most coverage. Same with this side. And just a little bit more on my forehead. I'm just going to take the rest of it and make sure I got my chin and my chin line here. Okay, now that we have blended that all out, I am going ahead in with 2 concealers. 2 for a reason. One, I love Tarte Shape Tape. If you don't have Tarte Shape Tape and you haven't tried it yet, try it. It is a heavier concealer, but it covers so well. I really, really like Tarte Shape Tape. I'm almost at the point where I need a new one. It expires 6 months. I bought it in the beginning of September, or maybe right before my wedding, and that's coming up on 6 months. So it's getting a little cakey. So I'm trying not to use as much. But I've got the Better Skin Super Stay by Maybelline concealer. I really like this too. This is just a little darker and this is in 10 Ivory. So I kind of mix them together so I don't have to use as much as this. But this kind of blends it out and makes it the same color so it doesn't make my under eyes look super like, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead right in with the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm gonna bring this mirror down here. Move this phone. So I'm just taking a little bit of it right here in my under eye, the inner under eye, because you probably can't see it on the camera, but I have pretty dark circles under my eyes. And I'm putting that everywhere else because I like to just brighten up the rest of my skin. So basically that's just gonna help illuminate those areas. And now I'm gonna take the Better Skin by Maybelline and just mix that in with that. You don't have to take the concealer down this low. I do just so it blends out really evenly once I bronze and do all that stuff. They say that the trick is to do it in the triangle shape, so maybe just taking it like this even works just fine, and I'll show you again. So just taking it from like your inner corner down to about the middle of your eye and the middle of your nose, and then back up, filling that in and just using that. So now I'm gonna go back in with my Beauty Blender and use the top of it and just blend that out. I'm blending it up and then over, and then I'm gonna take it on my eyelid just because I'm not doing a super crazy eye look today. I'm just keeping it really simple. So I'm just gonna do that because the tops of my eyes, if you can't tell, are super veiny and red. So I just like to cover that up and just make it look super even. So just to show you so far, like, do you see the difference in my eyelids? So it just really helps cover all of that up. So now that we've done that, I'm gonna just take a little bit of this setting powder. And this is Lancome's, Long Time No Shine Loose Setting and Mattifying Powder in Translucent. Again, this was just sent to me in a box. It's a thing you can sign up for, and you take a quiz and you can get free products sometimes based on what you like. So basically I'm just gonna take the bottle and the lid, and I'm just patting some in there. So just about that much. Taking that top of my Beauty Blender again, and I am, you're gonna see some ugly faces today. Let me grab the mirror. I am just putting that under my eye where that concealer is. So kind of around my nose area and my eye, kind of like that. Now they call this baking. I'm just putting this everywhere I put concealer, pretty much. Some people call this baking, and that's basically what it is if you leave it on long enough. I'm not gonna leave it on long enough to be considered baking. I'm just gonna kind of put it in those areas so I know that it's in. Then I'm gonna take a fluffy blush brush that I think my friend Nicole gave me for my birthday. This is Real Techniques blush brush. Try to say that really fast 3 times because I can't. And I'm just gonna take the rest of the powder that's in the bottom here and just kind of work that around my face very lightly just to set the makeup. I do this because it feels a little sticky sometimes. And also you want your makeup to last, and the way to make it last is by making sure that you set it. And I've got a spray at the end that I'm gonna use to help make it look a little less powdery because we're gonna use a lot of powder from here on out in terms of bronzer and highlighter and all that good stuff. So I personally don't like a super matte look, especially because sometimes my skin is dry. And I'm also gonna take this down my neck too because you obviously don't want the makeup to transfer on your clothes, transfer on a coat. And then I'm gonna just take the powder that's under my eyes and stuff and just brush that away. Just getting any extra that's out of this. Like that. I'm gonna bronze my face. This is the Physicians Formula Casey Holmes collaboration. Casey Holmes is one of my favorite YouTubers, and that's where I kind of learn most of my makeup techniques. She did a collaboration with Physicians Formula. I already use Physicians Formula's Butter Bronzer, and I have this here to show you that it comes regular, and this is about, I think, $11 to $13. Ulta, Target, you can buy them from there. This is light. I'm gonna be using deep. I like deep better. Even in the winter for my skin. I think I never thought it would work great on me, and it does. But you can buy it separately outside of this. Same with the blush. The highlighter that I'm gonna use at the end is a limited edition, and I think it only comes in this. But the blush and the bronzer are both Butter Blush and Butter Bronzer. You can get it at Target, Ulta, and literally it is, search it on YouTube, Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula, and everybody loves it because it really is just the best, and it smells like coconuts. So I'm just gonna take that fluffy blush brush that we used before, and I'm just dipping in to the bronzer, tapping it off, and I'm gonna do it around my cheeks and my forehead, right where the sun would normally hit me. I am really just taking the smallest bit and dragging it up my forehead and down, and you can already see it already looks like I'm a little bit more sun-kissed than I was before. And it's also bringing some color back into my face because you get so washed out sometimes with all that concealer and foundation. Ooh. Take a little bit. Oh god, I'm cute. And then under my chin here, just to give it like a more natural shadow. Yes. Okay. I'm really bad. See, this is why I can't do makeup tutorials and stuff, because I use like 3 brushes and that's it for the whole thing. But I'm gonna take a different blush brush. This was from Unique like years ago. But I'm gonna take it, it's just an angled flat top brush. And I'm gonna take the blush that's in here. So that bronzer was in Deep. This blush is in Copacabana, and it's the Butter Blush. So I'm just dipping it in, knocking it out, kind of tapping it. I don't know how to apply brush for my shape face, I guess. So basically what I do, I have a round face. I'm just doing it right on my cheekbone and the apple. We have to blend that out. So I'm gonna take a oh my gosh, I can't speak to. I'm taking a flat top kabuki brush. This is from e.l.f. Again, Ulta, any drugstore, anything. I think it's like $3. And I'm not even pushing it into the skin. And I'm just brushing over all of that and blending that in. So I've been really liking my face looking a little bit more glowy than anything else, than more matte. They have this Tarteist Pro Glow to Go. They also have a larger version of it. This is obviously to help when you're traveling, just something little to bring. And it's got 2 highlighters and a contour shade. Oh, I'm gonna take the contour shade with another angled flat kabuki brush, kind of. Just take the top and just lightly put that right on my cheekbone, just to give my cheek looking more skinny before I go shove my face with buffalo. And then I'm just taking it and kind of blending it in. It looks really harsh on this camera, but I promise in person, it doesn't look as harsh. It's just my lighting sucks. And then last but not least, like I said, I like to make sure that my face looks glowy and natural. So there's like a hair. Glowy and natural. So I'm going to take this Tarteist Pro Glow to Go in the color Burst, right here in the middle. This is from, I can't remember her name. Kashuk, something like that. She used to do makeup. Now it's just this. You can get it at Target. I buy all my stuff at Target. I'm just taking that, and you're probably not going to be able to see it that well here, but I'm putting that right on the top of my cheeks. There we go. So it's a highlight, but it's not a super intense glow. It's more natural. So I'm also going to take it right on my forehead and right on my chin and a little bit on my nose. So I did right here on my chin, or on my cheekbone. I'm going to do up right above my eyebrow. So it kind of looks like this. More natural. Taking that flat top e.l.f. Kabuki brush again. We're just, again, blending that so it looks a bit more natural. And then I'm going to go back into this Casey Holmes palette. And this is one that's limited edition that I think you can only get in this palette. I like my cheekbones to just be a little bit more highlighted. So this is her butter highlighter in Just Beachy. Lord, it is bright. So this is what it looks like right now. Natural, cute. Boom. They need to sell this outside of this because number one, when they say butter, it really feels like butter. I don't know how to, like, it really feels like you're mixing, like butter's in between your fingers. It's so good. It's just beaming. So I'm going to take that there, and I'm going to take that a little bit right above my lip. Like that. Okay, so I am gonna go do my eyes and my lips off camera just because this was supposed to be all about that makeup. And then we'll come back and kind of end it. If you ever want me to do a tutorial about how I do my eyes, today it's gonna be really, really natural, very minimal stuff, but I can always do like night to day tutorial, or how I do my makeup for the day, or how I do my makeup before I go out at night, or date night kind of stuff. If you want to see that, I'd be happy to do that. So just let me know, okay? Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna do my eye makeup. Okay guys, so this is my finished makeup look for the day. I really just put a really light white on my lid, and then used my contour shade right here for the crease, and then took a little bit of this Confidence palette by Profusion that I also get at Target. They're not sponsored. I love Target. Bombshell, which is right here. It's their Confidence palette. These are like $10 and they're bomb. Then I just used my Tarte Sex Kitten eyeliner in black, and then used my mascara, which is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. This is like my tried and true mascara. I love this stuff so much. It's my favorite. And then for lips, I used Profusion. This came in like a pack with a liquid lip and this liner. This is the Profusion Matte Lip Liner in Secret Nude. And then Casey Holmes and Palladio did a collaboration together with the liquid lip. So this is that in the color Georgia. And that's really all I did today. So that's pretty much that. All I'm gonna do last is set this with a spray like I told you that I would do. This is Lancome's Fix It, Forget It, up to 24-hour makeup setting mist with plant extracts to deflect and protect. So I'm literally just gonna take it and spray this all over my face. It is such a fine mist that you really gotta get a little close. Well, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this, please let me know in the comments, either on my blog, on the YouTube video, on Instagram. Let me know if you want to see more things like this, because this was super fun for me, and I really enjoy doing this, even as just a hobby, and to just let you all know how I do what I do, because sometimes I'll post stuff on Instagram and you're like, show me how to do that. And I'd be happy to do that with more videos like this. So just let me know in the comments, send me a private message. But other than that, thank you so much for wanting this and giving me something to do on this rainy, crappy Saturday, and for just really making me excited to do makeup and be active on social media again. So thank you, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye!